Another day in the USA, just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Monarchs and the Los Angeles Rams. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA! Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it inaudible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Able to push his way through. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, 66.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And here he's got Grant. And all the way down to the 35. And a huge play that time. 41 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Throwing on first down. Brady. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders went a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Eric Walden in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing now is Brady. He'll rifle this one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pernell McPhee in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And how about this? Right, 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Shadow, 29. Alpha, Sugar, 31.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. That is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. 3rd down here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Brady to throw. He finds Humphreys. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Adam Humphries, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
All right, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Geno Atkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And here now the offense heading back out there. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Hey, Alabama. 20. Wait, 20.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a nice spin into some open field. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down. Brady, and he slings one that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Lynch busting free. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10.
220.
Brady now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. It's not often that we put the word overthrow next to the name Tom Brady.
His accuracy is so good that when there are misses, they're usually not by much. So when we see one like that, look,
scratch your head a little bit.
We're chuckling about the whole thing. Let's see how fired up he gets about it, though, because you know he likes to atone for his errors.
To throw is Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On the carry, it's Logan. Space to maneuver at the 40. And some room to run now. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
3-19. Detroit!
They run with Logan. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue 90.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6, and the Rams add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Like 20! Like 20! Stop!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st down, Brady. And that is incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and
he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Marshawn Lynch as the first half is winding down. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And avoids the contact by sliding. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Thomas, the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this thing way down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Ty Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And his throw is incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Gun!
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Brady to throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On third and long, it's Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left, and this is caught. And touchdown! Demaryius Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Gostkowski the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Keep it poised! Shadow! Go! Here we go!
On second down, here's Brady. And he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
29, Alpha, regular.
Brady now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Des Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Gostkowski for the point after. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that will get him one closer. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 2. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Again, it's Kamara. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, now Brady. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A gain of 39 that time. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The pitch out to Lynch. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now Brady got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. Going deep for Montgomery. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is. But how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Brady now on first down. It's caught. Humphries. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A good pickup there, 22. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Des Bryant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going deep for Brown, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Flushed out right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Green 39, green 39.
They'll look to throw. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looked.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
His throw incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On first down, Brady. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Give him 30 yards there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Bryant with a catch right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they've peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Lynch, the lone man in the backfield now on second and goal.
Goal 50.
They give it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1 that was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Gone, 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 gone. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. One final try now for Brady. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. The 20. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Los Angeles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit if it had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You never help your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. In the sky, I'm a star. I was pulling up, cause I be loving. They ain't like my shirt, it's a large. I don't care, I crush a ghost. Got 2 cribs in 2 states, I be doing the most. I got white folks money that I won't blow. Why? Cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to bank. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
Everything proper, no propaganda. Chopper counter, go yard. A birth like a dinosaur did it. And you know, shining like acrylic. Yeah, but had cornrow. I can see you hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank, take small. Bank account on some talk. Attitude on some. Bankroll on what it do, boo. He had the roulette vibe. And if I ain't did it yet, I'll try it.
Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, little bank. Type of money you gon' need a sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, little bank. Big bank, tight, little bank.
She said, what you gon' do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big on me looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having. I'm passionate like us after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packing. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or going to wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 coins, that'll pay your whole semester. But you got it better than a Tesla.
Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' need a sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I'm a Slim Shady, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bums mad again. Back to them. I lead the pack, so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, about to make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a tail tip, rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a
big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' need a sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back that like a pogo. No do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they one ride down to Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lie on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap, got a big bands like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a dub for a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Sound